Hey, welcome back, everyone. Tom from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in insane markets. It is Friday. It's the day that the market's probably going to dry up, but I'll give levels out. But really, today's a day you should be, if you're in the East Coast of the United States, you're going to want to get your barbecue ready. You're going to want to get all your drinks ready. You're gonna really want to get ready to party the last weekend of the summer. It's already come and gone that quickly, right? So um, get your meats, get your whatever, your veggies, whatever you do, and have a good time this weekend. And really, the market's gonna probably be picking back up against after, what is it, Memorial Day? I don't even know, but yeah, Memorial Day, right? Memorial Day is coming up on Monday, right? So right now, we're going to be starting off with euro dollar and get into euro dollar. Um, Euro dollar, we had the resistance at 116.90. We banged right into it. 116.41 was the level that it had to hold. Kind of dipped down a little bit. It didn't actually even touch the 116.40. So euro dollar has been tracking in between, let's say 116.24, which was the main level we had, and let's go 117, the figure. It's been doing something like this. And I don't think that today is going to be, anything spectacular. I think it's going to be really, really quiet. But the technical levels are still the same. All right. Now, we had the big on the short term right here, the 4 hour. This was the major valley that we had down. We had the recovery. This was a minor, minor valley on the 4 hour. So as it stands right now, that 116.24 is the level that has to hold. Now, what if we break upward? What are we looking at the euro dollar if it moves, if it can pick up some steam? Well, I'm looking at my volatility sheets. All right. We got resistance at 117.30 right there. That's the resistance point. Above that, it's really there's two resistance points. Okay, there's 117.30 and there's 117 like 48 right here. So really what would occur if you got long, at the point that I said, like, that's the breakout right there, breakout upwards, you would have it's only been 50, 60 pips up to that top. So right now it's basically, coiling a little bit. If it can get up over this and hold this level, it's going to have resistance in between 117, say 30, and 117.40. Um, beyond that, beyond that, the main resistance level is 117.90. So there's three upward resistance levels for the euro dollar. And it's a lot of wood for the euro check to try to chop to get through because there hasn't really been any tailwinds behind it, right? I mean, it's just been kind of slowly grinding up, and this is a type of pattern, like there's a special pattern that I like to talk about. It's called climb up the stairs and jump out the window. So, what I'm saying with that is that if the euro dollar doesn't really muster up really any steam, and if it does grind up to, say, 118, the figure, close to the top that we have at 118.30, it could be one of those climb up the stairs. And what do I mean by climb up the stairs? I'll just give you an example. It's a technical pattern I came up with. I've watched it happen a lot. Let me see if I can find a spot. Let's go back in time and see if we can find a climb up the stairs, jump out the window. Um, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Here's a great. It's obviously I'd want a longer movement upward, but it's just to, show the point. But here is the climb up the stairs, jump out the window right there. So that one is always a nasty pattern. So be on the lookout up at 118 for a pattern, climb up the stairs, jump out the window. If we look at the euro dollar versus the US dollar index, US dollar index is also hit support at 97.73, kind of bouncing up off of it. This is all dollar yen again, dollar yen. And I'll be getting into dollar yen in a moment. Dollar yen fell down to what 146.65, and now it's recovered again. So anyway, let's go on over to good old sterling yen. That's my main staple here. Let me get rid of these arrows, okay? Because we were right with that one. Hang on, let's get rid of this. Okay, so this is a 1 hour chart, all right? And sterling yen hasn't been holding up as well as euro yen. Um, and yesterday I called a trade short on euro yen right at I think 65. Got really nothing out of it, you know. Got out at like really 40, nothing. I didn't hold. Like if I would have held, I would have gotten out better at like 171, like 30. I'll say 171.30. Okay, it went down to 24, but it was really that trade was a fizzle trade. So if I'm looking at sterling yen right now, there is support 197.85. We kind of came close to it. Went down to say what 90 uh, what 94. All right. So really a sterling yen as it is right now, the 198.25 is holding. Uh, all right. So we went down to 198, 197.94. Hang on. Let me get some points here because I'm a little bit confused as where I am. Hang on. So main support is that 197.85. Today's resistance is 198.45. Right there. That's the resistance. In order for sterling yen to show that it is recovering, it needs to get over this. But there is right now resistance up there. So if you are a sterling yen bull, you're going to want to see a bear. You want to see price action, what happens up here. You may want to take a short. Stop loss would have to be like 198.70 or so. But you got to watch price action here. If it can't recover this, it's showing weakness down to the 197, say 86 level, potentially even breaking down to, you know, 197, say 35 short term. So your point of interest today is this point right here, 198.45. Hasn't, like, it's been basically meandering. All right. So let's go on over to good old sterling dollar itself. And here we go. All right. So sterling dollar, again, same thing, nothing burger. Hasn't been able to recover 135.94. It's tracking down. It needed to hold this level yesterday, 134.84. It hasn't been able to do it. It's drifting down, potentially even back down to the low that we had that I called it 133.80. That level has to hold. If it doesn't hold, it's actually opening up a way to larger losses or downward movement in sterling dollar itself. Dollar yen is the key to this. I keep saying it. Dollar yen is the key. And dollar yen has been tough. It's been really, really difficult to trade. Shows a lot of false breakouts, but that's what happens at this time of the year. So right now, that level is the level sterling dollar needs to recover over 134.81. We're not too far away from it, but it's actually showing some downward pressure to the 133.80 right now. So be on the lookout. So if we looked at it technically, okay, what we got is we got the deep valley here, right? Or deeper valley on the 4 hour here. So this is the first level line of support, okay, that would need to hold in order to carry back up above 134.81. Now, if we do break up there, well, we got a lot of resistance at 135.50 and 135.32. So if you are a sterling bull, you're going to want to wait to see if you could see what happens. Price action happens right here at 134.16. If it slips, and let's say you get a 2 hour close below it, look for a retrace up to basically hammer it. But you could also short it right now with a stop, right at 135.22. But again, today is a day that I don't think that many participants are around. So, keep that in mind. All right, U.S. dollar yen, man. Look, we had the support really at this level right here. We came down to it. We went down to 146.66, 146.65, all depending on your broker, or even 63, you know. So as it stands right now, it's got to hold this 97 level. It's actually tracking back up. There's resistance here, but really, um, I'm going to move this resistance up to there. I'm thinking that dollar yen right now, if it can hold this say 97 level, it's actually trading back up to the upper resistance level of 148.11. Now, if it turns down for whatever reason, you know, I mean, technically, if it turns down and breaks this low, it's opening up a path to like 146, say 35, 146.20. That's a key point. 146.20 is a very solid support, and it looks like it's holding right now. I mean, that's what it looks like. All right, let's go on over to good old euro yen. This one's quite interesting. All right. Um, Yesterday said it needed to, you know, you could short this level. It came down to uh, one 171.11. Actually, no, this is where did I have it at? I had it, yeah, I had it really at this level. I needed to hold this level, but it didn't. It already did this before I had the video, so it only came down to this level right there, 24. I was short there. I was short. I didn't buy it back. I was looking for a retrace back down to actually like 171 figure. I didn't get it. So I ended up actually closing the thing out at like 42 or something like that. I didn't make any money on it. It wasn't anything spectacular, that's for sure. But as it stands right now, this is, let me give you the level right there. There is the support. That's for sure. Look, double bottom, double bottom. Okay, so it needs to actually hold 55. 171.55. It needs to hold that. It's grinding upward now towards the 172.17. Again, this is all going to be dollar yen. If dollar yen actually takes off and breaks upward, I think, you know, euro dollar is going to be kind of stable, like nothing happening in it. So it's all through dollar yen. But the most important level today is that 55. Okay, it's got to hold that. And then, of course, obviously, the 171.10. Again, today, I think that it's not really doing much. You know, so you got resistance here, 172.16. You got support, 171.10. The market's not really. It's just, you know, look at where we are. You know, I mean, can't can't force the market to do anything. It's basically just doing this right now, and so it's in a chop zone. You know, if you're not a long-term trader, this is not really the place to be right now. You know, we need to break out, look for a retrace, or we need to break down, look for a retrace. So as it stands right now, that's what's happening in all the currencies on Friday, uh, August 29th, 2025. In the description, get yourself a free video and ebook on price breakouts. And I will see you on the weekend update. And remember, always as a short-term trader, get ready for your barbecue. Get ready to have some fun with friends and family, because that's what it's all about. Get ready to talk markets on the weekend. Get ready to share my videos far and wide. Tell them to join the Perk Avenue Trading Group. And I'll see you on the weekend update for the forecast for the following week. Remember, again, enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.